probably nothing new to report right now. My agent's been obviously in discussions throughout the beginning of the year with management and Connie and those guys. So for me right now, it's just trying to stay focused on the game and letting them handle it. But yeah, they're definitely having discussions, and when there's news to report, I'll let you guys know.
Noah, when we talked to you at the golf tournament, you kind of were wait and see. Like, I want to see how things go here. So the fact that there are discussions happening, has your, I guess, willingness to stay in Calgary changed at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've always, like I said, earlier in the year, I mean, I've always, enjoyed my time playing in Calgary. I love it here. It's been great. It's just, like I said, sometimes being patient with things helps, and just kind of give yourself some time to think about the process and what you want to do. But for me, I've always loved Calgary, and I'm happy that there are discussions happening.
What makes Calgary or the Flames organization a place that you're open to committing long term
I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, it's a great place to play hockey for one thing. Fans here are unbelievable. It's exciting coming to the rink every day with the fans and the people and how passionate they are. And it's a great group of guys in the organization, and from the trainers to management, coaches, players, everybody. There's a lot of great people here, and that's what makes it a special place.
And you being an American guy, and sometimes maybe it's not the easiest for Canadian teams to get Americans to commit here long term. So like, you've obviously felt that comfort here, even though you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for this is my 6th year here now, and I've loved it. And I've always been so comfortable here, and I think it's a privilege just to play hockey in the NHL, and no matter where it is, I don't think that should really impact guys too much. And for me, it's my family loves it. My parents come out here all the time. They love coming out and visiting, and so yeah, I've had nothing but good things to say about playing in Calgary.
Some guys don't like to have contract negotiations going on during the season. Does that bother you at all? Is it something that really impacts you?
Honestly, for me, I think before a season, I just try making it clear, I just want to just play hockey and let them, if something important happens, they can come to me and talk to me about it. But I've been trying to keep my nose out of it all and letting them handle the business side of it and just focusing on hockey. I think for any player, when you come into a contract year, it's always on your mind a little bit, and it can be, sometimes there's pressure or whatnot. But for me, it's just, it's an important year just for the team just to bounce back after last year, and it's always been about that for me, and coming out and just playing hockey and having fun, and that's where my focus has been.
When you see Elliott report that I just seen, you're like, all right, I guess I'm going to have to talk to the media about this a little bit.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's part of it, and I knew a few of the, I actually didn't even know a few of the guys had mentioned it to me. So yeah, it is what it is, and it's part of it. I expected something like that to happen at some point, so just dealing with it and trying to play and have a good game tomorrow and get back on the winning path, and that's where my focus is at.
How much did Michael signing initially here, like how much does that impact a guy kind of in his own contract situation?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does nothing but help. I think Bax is he's a great teammate. I played with him for a long time now, and he's so deserving of being a captain here, and I'm happy for him, and yeah, he's a great guy to be in the locker room and have that leadership is huge.
Whenever a guy, whether it's injury or a suspension, is out, I know you guys all have to just sort of carry a little bit more weight with Rasmus out these couple games. What do you have to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big loss to have for a couple of games. It's a huge part of the team, and I think everybody just we need to step up our game a little bit. Obviously, we want to move past that last game. That wasn't a good game for us at all, but there have been flashes of good things here on the road trip, and some things we got to get better at. But when you lose someone like Razzie, everybody's got to really bring their A game. And coming back after that long road trip, coming home for a few, I mean, this is a big opportunity for some guys to step up.
When you talk about those flashes of good, what does this team need to kind of look like at its best?
I think just skating. I think we gotta move our feet. We gotta play the game fast. When we slow the game down, that's when we run into problems and issues. And it takes a collective group. It takes everybody. That's the way our team's built. Everybody needs to play on the same page. And when we play fast and we're skating, like we did in Buffalo and Washington, we had flashes of that. That's when we can have some success. But if we slow the game down too much, it's not a recipe for success for us.
So how do you defend those teams like Detroit that can counterattack and play off the rush? How do you defend those teams?
Just limiting turnovers. I mean, that's one thing. I think good teams will transition and hit those teams off of turnovers, especially in the neutral zone. So that's something we definitely got to limit. And like I said, just making sure even as defensemen we're gapped up and we're skating, we're not giving too much room. I think that's been an issue. We're giving a little bit too much room here and there and too much gap, and when we clean those things up, we'll limit a lot of those chances.